Hi, my name is Jade and I'm one of the teachers on the KCC campus. Today I'm going to demonstrate what kind of technology I use in my classroom to incorporate with either Zoom, Blackboard Collaborate, or any video conference applications that allow screen sharing. So let's get started. I know many of us encounter difficulties teaching online, particularly in lessons such as patterns and functions and graphs by showing the 12 graphs, rectangle areas with tiles, or something as fundamental as circulating students' works. So we have a solution today by using this free Microsoft application called OneNote that is accessible for everyone. Before I start to walk you through every step of setting all of this up, here are the keyboard shortcuts that I use during this video and can help you to save some time when you prepare for your lessons too. First, we can download a OneNote application to your computer, but also note that many of you might have it already on your computer because the program is included in the Microsoft Office suite. If by any chance your computer is out of date to download this program, you can also access the web version, which I will go over later in this video. Once we finish downloading that, you can log in with your CUNY First account so that your notes will be saved automatically, and you can even access the notebook from different devices. Once you're logged in, you can go ahead and click Add Notebook. Click New and give a class the title, and then create a notebook from there. Once you've finished setting up this new notebook, you can right-click to create class numbers to help you to organize. And after that, within each class, you can create different tabs for different parts of the class, and also right-click to give it a new name. You can easily set up grid paper here to do graphs also by toggling to View and select Graph Paper. Next, you can insert a line or different shapes to add to your graph. You can change the color of your line or your shape also. Change it from horizontal to a vertical line. Next, you can create a table with any existing text and then press Tab key on your keyboard and press Enter once you have enough column. Keep pressing the Tabs key to move from one box to the next. Sometimes you might want to prepare material in advance but not let the students see yet, so you can hide that by scrolling down to the screen. The convenient part of using OneNote is that you can type anywhere you want without having to make an alignment. And next, you can draw or mark your coordinates by using the pen tool. When you draw, you can choose different colors and different thickness of the nib. You can erase by using the undo shortcut, Ctrl+C, or the eraser from the ribbon. Here I'm inserting another shape to make a line. Next, I'm going to walk you through how to import files to the OneNote by dragging the file over to any space. Here is a file that I already downloaded for the rectangle handout. Click Insert as Printout. After it is inserted, you can resize the handout however you want it, or move it anywhere you want. But make sure to right-click to set the image as the background. This way the handout is not going to move around when you annotate. We can build the tiles here by Googling different colors of squares. Typing in the word transparent will help to avoid carrying over the empty white space of an image. Select any color you want. I like to search for different colors just for variation. And when you search, it might be easier to explicitly say what color you would like instead of saying color tiles. After collecting a few colors for variation, we can search for a ruler image in the same way. Drag it over and make sure the rectangle measures to be 6 inches on a ruler. Then bring up your tiles to the ruler to make sure it has 1 inch side length. Copy and paste a few for each color. You can move the tiles freely as part of the class discussion. Another challenge for this class is being able to use our hands to cover parts of the rectangle to find out the area for each one of them. To use a virtual hand, you can search a transparent hand image from Google and drag it over. This can be your inspiration to bring different elements to your class to make it more fun. This is basically how you set up a class on OneNote, which will give you a lot of options in terms of presenting the material to the students. The next question is, how do we make it more interactive with the students so that the students can actually touch and play around with the tiles as well? So that being said, I'm going to introduce you to a new add-in on OneNote that's called ClassNote. Go to Office 365. Every CUNY student, faculty, and staff has free subscription through your CUNY First account. You can see that you can download Microsoft Office Suite for free here if you haven't done so. Click ClassNote. Click Create a ClassNote. This will serve almost as the binder that we usually give to students. Create a name for your class notebook. If you have a support teacher, you can add his or her name, but you can always come back to it to add later if you don't have the information yet. Then you can add students to your class and know that the system already has the database of active CUNY members. If you can't find any of your students here, you should reach out to the IT support on your campus. Then you can design what goes to your student's binder. Here's a template, but you can always customize it. Once the notebook is done setting up, you can click Download ClassNote Add-in and then open in OneNote. When OneNote is opened again, you can see that a ClassNote tab is shown in the ribbon. Delete any tabs that you don't need. I will copy notes I had from earlier and paste it over to this ClassNote binder. You can see that there's nothing so far in the students' binders. In order to give students handout or any material you prepare, you can go to the page where you want students to have in their binder. Toggle to distribute page from the ribbon. I'm going to do individual distribution so that you can see whom specifically I give the handout. Check off the names of students and then click Next, and the destination of your handout. Since this is more of a class activity, I will put it in the ClassNote section and then click distribute. And now, how do the students access this binder? If you go back to Office 365 and find ClassNote, you can then click Manage Notebooks. Choose the one you just created, then copy the notebook link for the students. Now your students can have access to the binder and have the files. They can play around with the tiles themselves. While OneNote syncs up everything in real time, you can actually see what the students are doing by circulating their binder work or directly clicking their names. You can click Review Student Works from the ribbon for a more organized pathway to access the material that students did. Choose whose work you want to review from the right toolbar and the order you want to review it. Since you said that you wanted to review Estelle's work, we'll click on her name from here. You can let the students know that you're seeing their work and it would be really valuable for the class discussion. So you're going to take a screenshot of their work if they're fine with it. To make a screenshot, you use the keyboard shortcut and crop out anything you would like for the students to see. And then locate that file on your computer, drag it over to attach to the notebook just like the way you did to the PDF earlier. Rescale it to the size you want, and the students will be able to see other students' work. If this is a homework assignment, you can even log the student's answer and then give feedback here by either typing or drawing. So that's everything I have to cover today. I know that's a lot, but just remember that OneNote is an application to help you to present material to the students, and ClassNote is an add-in on OneNote to help you to distribute and review student works. Thank you so much for your time.